Okay guys, this one is probably the hardest one, so I'm going to guide you through it. So first things first, let's go for anything that looks like it would be pretty easy. I gotta erase this. So let's start out with force gravity. Okay, we can almost always get force gravity because the equation is Fg equals mg. So if you have mass, you can find force gravity. If you have force gravity, you can find mass. So force gravity is equal to our mass, which they gave us. So that's 2,000. And remember, G is always on Earth, 9.8. So Fg is equal to, and when we multiply those together, we get this number. Okay, so that's our force of gravity. Okay. And we always know force of gravity is equal on a flat surface to our normal force. So you can put this right here, 9600 newtons. Okay. So now it's going to get a little bit trickier. I forgot to put this in here, but we're going to want to find our net force, okay? Well, keep in mind that net force has an equation of F is equal to ma, okay? Our mass was 2,000. And our acceleration, they gave it to us right here, is 2. So that makes our net force 4,000 newtons, okay? All right, now we're on to the actual, probably the hardest part. Oops, I wrote something down wrong. They gave us this force applied, good thing, otherwise we'd be stuck, of 14,000 newtons. So let's look at forces that cancel out, first of all. Gravity pulls down 19,600, and force normal pulls up 19,600. So that only leaves these two forces left. I always think of writing an equation for net force like this. Net force can be equal to ma, and we already did the math for that. But net force can also be made looking at the free body diagram. You're going to look for which forces, if they're going the same direction, you're going to add them together. If they're going opposite direction, you're going to subtract them. So this one's pulling this way, this guy's pulling backward. So we're going to have one force minus the other, okay? So we have our force applied minus our force of friction, okay? So our net force here, which we know, I should write it down. We know our net force from earlier, it's down here, is 4,000. Equals, we know our applied force, it's 14,000. Minus, we don't know our force of friction, so we're gonna have to solve for that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add, because there is no multiplication or division here, we're going to add this. So we're going to add this, or we're going to, add. We're going to actually subtract this guy over. And we get negative 10,000 equals minus the force of friction. Because you got a negative here, they cancel out. And now we know our force of friction. Okay, hope this helped, guys. Have a nice day.